Hey there, sign of Sagittarius. This is Kim here to do your reading. These are the messages you need to hear for your next 3 days, over the next 3 days. And really quick, let me just say, because I don't really announce it too much, but I do offer private readings if you're interested in one of those. The way that I do them, though, right now is not live. It is a video that I record on your energy and whatever questions you might have for me, and then I send you a private link. So currently that's how I'm doing them, but that information's in the description box below if you're interested, and you'll receive your reading within 48 hours. It's been a while since I've actually announced that, so I thought I would tell you. And anything else? No, I hope you're doing really well. We have beautiful decks to work with today to add to what we're using. We're using Krans Wild Unknown alchemy deck and her archetype deck, but we have gifted, we have these two decks but gifted to the channel, the Cosmos Oracle and Quantum Tarot. So we will be adding them, and I might have to use the guidebook, just depending on which one comes out, but I'm learning it pretty quickly, so don't worry, I won't be using the guidebook all the time. Sagittarius. See, spirit guides, angels, I open up to you for these messages. They are always for your highest good. That is my intent, and thank you guys for your comments, lovely comments on this channel. Really appreciate that, and the ways that you support each video. If you like it, you know, giving it a like, I really appreciate the interaction there. Energy exchange, you could say. Oh, the mirror. Ooh, the desert. Very similar energy we have going on here, isn't it, with the colors. The self, or the black and white, and the father. Okay. So this message could go a little deep. Like it can actually be talking about something you see in yourself, maybe that you saw in your father, or something about your father, good or bad here, because the father card is not, well, all of these cards, not what, it's all about balance, not really focused on one or the other, but it's usually about responsibilities and about, you know, the father archetype, like head of the household, head over finances and things like that. And the mirror, though, the mirror is the projection. The mirror is the thing that changes only when we go inside and change ourselves, or we change something within ourselves. Then the projection, or what appears, will change. Inevitably. That's just what happens. So there could be a period of time, something that you're going through right now that represents the desert, like reaching out for help or assistance. And it might be for the role of maybe if you are in this role where you are responsible here for, you know, finances, or taking care of others, or something like that financially. It can be that we're going through a period where we're not liking what we're seeing being reflected, or going through a period of struggle or hardship here. And so I believe that this is going to be focusing on that. This is where it's good to get the new deck, because this deck's brilliant for adding a lot of depth that we can figure out. The self is to me, when this card comes out, it's kind of like saying that you are like figuring out something new about yourself, or there's something new about you that's going to be shown to the world or expressed. And in return, of course, the mirror is going to reflect something different back to you too. So it definitely could have to do with also self-perception, how you perceive yourself. Loving yourself. So the Cosmos Oracle, tell me about the self and the mirror. I think this one wants to come out. The Geomagnetic Storm. Is temporary. It's temporary. There's a situation. It feels like there is a situation where we're lacking in some way. Whether you're feeling like I want love, I need love in my life, it's not here, or there's a drought, I need more supplies, or I need more money in my life. There's the geomagnetic storm is something that passes, but it is here, and when it's here, it causes disruption. It can cause us to not see ourselves necessarily as correctly as what, like, it can disrupt, I think, our perception of ourselves. There's something here. This is on the outside of what's happening. This is like, let me go to the book so I can tell you what the geomagnetic storm, the one thing I remember about it is the temporary situation that it is, or that it represents. Shock waves felt across Earth's magnetic field. It's sudden movement, activity that is more, it's causing more storms, more than the normal. So there's like more chaos here. And this is something that's like around, right? This is on the Earth. It says these disturbances, like on a technical level, can last between several hours to several days, caused by external factors. So it's recommended that you connect in here, it says, with whichever element you feel most connected with, to settle yourself through this. So interesting. Something to get through the storm. And it really does feel like there's a big link between this mirror and this desert energy as being a temporary reflection of what is at the moment, but not what is to last. And not necessarily even a representation of what's inside of you, but something that is like a disturbance. You could say this could be economy, this could be political in nature, this could be, well, could be big things, right? Time. That's interesting. So I'm glad that came out, because it kind of gives me validation here of where I was more focused on not the fact that there is a storm, but that something is temporary. This disruption, the time, and the way that it came out too is interesting. Non-linear stages, the unfolding of two times that act as once. Universal time and personal time. This does not refer to time as we perceive it, but instead of universal time, which is the natural time of the states that matter passes through and must pass through to transform you. So it's like this, it can be representing the storm within ourselves that has caused some disruption, that it does take a matter of time for everything to get rearranged, right? It says you cannot ask water to turn into ice without first cooling it sufficiently. There are many stages this must go through. So trusting in the process, understanding cosmic time, and detaching yourself from anxiety. They're saying that this is a card that says know that there's a time where we must wait. Understand, let go, and trust the stages. Trust the process. And your mantra is, I believe in the synchronicities of life. Oh. Interesting. What is the Father here about? What is the Father here about? What is the Father about? Oh, and it kind of looks like a little tree here too, in a way. Gravitational acceleration. Geocentric model. Makes sense. This one makes sense. Put it right there. Yep. All right. Good. Good. Because what I see, so with this geocentric model, it ties into what I was saying, that there can be something that's happening as a storm, you know, the storm that the disturbance that you're seeing outside of yourself. It can wound our ego. This is about the wounded ego. When you, just as an example of if you were supporting, let's say that if you were in a situation where you studied many years for some tech job or tech degree, right? And you've been in this role for a very long time, responsible, capable, like, and then some kind of storm happens, and then all of a sudden, like, maybe the whole position is not even there anymore, or there's something outside, like an external factor, that has dented or wounded the ego. And that's just one, it's just one example of how the ego can be wounded, right? So this also can deal with, on a very personal level for some of you all, that can deal with criticism, and how maybe a father archetype would like to, you know, maybe the way that they convey something or try to get their message across is one of, you know, it could be hurtful. I understand that. It could be hurtful. I'm going to look up gravitational acceleration, because I think this is where, this is what you're headed towards. And I've never looked this one up, so. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, that's interesting. I had that archetype tell me that I probably wouldn't be able to accomplish something. I remember hearing it. And when I heard it, it was like this trigger. It actually didn't come through them. It came through another family member that was like, you know, this person said that you would fail or you were not going to make it. And I was like, whoa, well, that just pissed me off to the point that it became my fuel. And no matter what, like, I was going to succeed at what that stage was in my life at that moment. Even if it, and there was a little bit of wounded ego to it, because at that point it was more about, it wasn't really about why I was wanting to succeed. It was because something pissed me off to the point where I was going to show that person that said that, or that person that wounded my ego. Yeah, so it was like it was the fuel that I needed to accelerate myself or get me to that point. It's like when they say that the pain becomes your power, in a sense, where you get angry and you can use that and you channel it into your positivity and creation. It's a really powerful force. The only thing I will say is always be careful not to lose yourself or your intention when using that. But anyway, this in its raw form here means that this is the energy or the momentum that you needed. So it was that push that you needed to get you to to that spot that you're trying to go, like to your, you say like to your target, right? The push you needed to get to your target. Yeah. Gravitational attraction is the force that makes an object move towards the core of a celestial body, dispensing with possible atmospheric resistance and constantly increasing its speed, clearing the direction and force of action. The available energy here gains momentum, strength, and determination. Yes, it does. So, let's take a look at the desert and the mirror. The desert and the mirror. Sidereal space. All right. And the cell. Sidereal space. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting because that card means that it's something that is in the stars and the planetary system. It's something that's beyond our control, beyond our reach. It's yeah, it's something that we can't control necessarily. But the cell is like, okay, well, that would be like within your body, I would think. So it's like saying that you're dealing with this situation. It's like a repeat of dealing with this situation that is out of our hands or out of our control at this moment. But the one thing we can control is within our own body, within our cells. Let me look at the cell. The cell and the guidebook can see if they have anything. The key to success. You control what goes in and out. The truth can always be found in the nucleus. What is important cannot be seen, but is still working for us through its simplicity. This is about, no matter what is going on, that what you can control is what passes in and out of you. You don't have to absorb all of the energy from the projection or the storm at this time, is what this is saying in a major way. And they have the cosmos on the bottom. The cosmos card on the bottom. I haven't gotten that one. This is total order. Yeah. Total order, complete trust, and massive growth. It is universal order and harmony. It is knowing that everything, and I'm going to say it, no matter how it looks, is actually in exact harmony. It's the perfect timing. Trusting what is coming and knowing exactly what it is. Remaining calm when you know that everything is in order. Basically, no matter what is thrown to us, right? It's all connecting the dots to understanding how everything works, both inside and out. Yeah, the individual and the collective. All of us have ordered aligned to purpose of evolution, and the intelligence of the creation of this world could not be in any other way. Cosmos is the opposite to chaos. So this is not random. This type of transformation, this experience, even the uncomfortable, is not random, and it is part of divine order, and it is part of the formula that ultimately is going to send you on your way to your target. So, sidereal space. Mortification and, wow, a powerful death and dying process or collapse process of what was. This is not the actual, like, the mortification is about the process of the death, dying, and then the ground turning fertile so that you can plant again. And so this is major. It's a major change, major transformation. And ultimately, all of this energy here is to support, to give you more power, to stand more in your power, to know what kind of actions to take, and to be ready for the new season, the new harvest that is going to be upon you. There's 9 gold balls in that autumn card. I think of it as the 9 of Pentacles. It kind of comes across to me as like a divine inheritance. And Mars is this very powerful energy that you hold where you will be able to know how and when to take action. So it's like you might be in the middle of that storm, but you're seizing all of the power from all of the lightning bolts, you know, that are there to plant something new. To plant something new. 2 of Pentacles, a big choice, a big decision, bringing in change and harmony. Nice. Ace of Wands, and it kind of looks like a rocket. Ace of Wands, inspiring, passionate, new portal opening up, and you have the strength, and you have the confidence and the power here that is like bestowed upon you here for this new season that's unfolding. So I think you have a lot to look forward to. And I also have the King of Pentacles, which is kind of like the father energy, I would say, on the bottom. So look at all this fiery energy you have to work with. So you have a lot to be confident about. Something new, some kind of new portal, new gateway is opening up. 2-2, very significant partnerships and balance coming in because of the choices that are going to be available to you. Wow, as everything is not going to be the same. There's going to be new ways to do things, new ways to invest, new paths, new possibilities. And the Tower is the energy of seeing all of the stuff that really is not going to survive any storms, right? It's going to come down. It's going to be disruptive. But it's like even through this, they're telling you to seize the power even through this process. Yeah, embrace your power. It's like you're going to be here to make order out of all of this, of what seems chaotic. It's a fiery, orangey energy here. 6 says, it is your heart that's your gift. You are the epitome of self-sacrifice, a protector of those you love. I'm nurturing. 14 says you're practical, says you want to try new things, but you're going to be wise enough to think before you jump in with I am practical. And 333 with I am powerful, just like this Mars energy. You're being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. Live your truth and be a positive light to others. I am powerful. 333. And 555, a major shift is about to come into your life experience and change your path's direction. Be open and stay positive. So that is what I have for your messages today. Sagittarius, thank you so much for joining me, guys. Always sending you much love. Bye.